Hello and welcome to a rainy of It's Just Me host. Now, the breaking news of the day, of course, is pass rusher or edge rusher Micah Parsons for the Dallas Cowboys has now been traded to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round draft picks. Man, I tell you, I don't think that is actually safe in Dallas for franchise players, because Dallas is now having a reputation for deporting their franchise players. So this is not a safe zone if you're actually doing well and asking for money. So y'all keep that in mind. And you heard it here first, okay? Dallas, Texas is deporting their franchise players. Somebody needs to do something. Also, since we're on that subject, Jerry may need to call in a favor to the government as well to bring the National Guard down here for his own protection. I think that it's going to be the first time, I think ever, that someone is planning on lynching a white person in the South. So, I don't know. This kind of seems scary to me. Like, yeah, man, they are making some pretty bad moves down here, man. Yeah, but for real, like, there are some crazy fans that are down here, man, and they might actually do something. I don't know. And for those that may be actually viewing this is not a threat at all on my part. On behalf of Brent Foxx, there is no threat. I am a proud Steelers fan, so I don't have anything to do with this. I have been a Steelers fan since 1995. Okay, so 30 years I've been a fan of my black and gold. You know, that blue and silver can stay where it's at, but I just find it hilarious that they're making all these crazy moves just to prove a point. I wonder what they'll put on Jerry Jones's tombstone at this particular point. You know, y'all get at me in the comments. What do you think that they'll put in Jerry Jones' tombstone? Also, in other news, as far as football related news, as far as my Pittsburgh Steelers go, we are preparing for the season, and of course we open up in New York playing the New York Jets. I believe it's a 1 o'clock game, so I think that we'll be very, very excited for that. Of course, we had Justin Fields at quarterback last year for the first 6 games, and now we have Aaron Rodgers, who's going to be playing for Pittsburgh, and then Justin Fields is going to be playing for the Jets. So I'd love to see that dynamic. Well, I ain't going to be able to see the dynamic because, of course, I have to sit out the season because we've hired a team detonation device. And while we're on that subject of Aaron Rodgers, yes, for right now, he's saying and appearing to do the right things, but I'm waiting to see what happens when adversity strikes, and it will. Okay? Mark my words, when adversity strikes, we are going to see who Aaron Rodgers really is. Now, he claims to have all this respect for his coaches and teammates and all of that, but we are going to see what happens once adversity hits. So, having said that, I do look forward to hearing about what Aaron Rodgers may be able to do and how he may be able to help the offense, and of course our defense. And I want to see what our defense actually does, as far as like execution for our pass rush, and then also our coverage. I think that our middle linebackers will be good because we do have good defensive line depth this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing how we stop the run, because that is vital. We need to be able to make sure that we are able to stop the run, especially late in the season. But I do want to see how we do on defense our first game. Now, to be honest with you, offensively, I'm not going to be expecting very much in the beginning. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and come out and say it. I think that we may have possibly like a 17-14 win, or possibly a 20-17 win, something like that. I don't think that our offense gets going until possibly late in the game, because we did not play Aaron Rodgers and we did not play Jonnu Smith and other offensive components that are going to be starting next Sunday, I believe. So if we don't have those guys acting in a game-like setting, as I mentioned before in my previous show, it's probably going to be a rough still. Yeah, it's going to be a rough go at first. I'm telling you, we may have like quite a few 3-and-outs before we can actually get momentum going. So hang in there, y'all. I'm just giving you guys a realistic point of view as far as what to expect from the offense, and it's not going to be very much. All right. Yes, we are going to struggle at the beginning, but I think that as the game goes on, and I'm being very optimistic when I say this, as the game goes on, I think the offense is actually going to get better. I think the defense is actually strong enough to maintain themselves throughout the game, because it's just the first game. And then we may get like a very valuable turnover or two that will actually help us win the game. But that being said, I still think that it's going to be a very close game because of the factors that I've actually mentioned. So I do look forward to our first game next week, and I'll probably get more in depth next Thursday in regards to that matchup. All right, so moving on to boxing, just for a little while, I wanted to go ahead and go over the Jermell Charlo call out of Errol Spence Jr. This to many seems strange, but for me, not really surprised, to be honest. Mel has actually made some head-scratching moves as far as, whose energy he's actually going to put on certain people. Now, for fighters that are of his hue, and what I mean, I'm not gonna make any secret about this, or try to hide it, or whatever, or try to be cute and clever. Whenever there's a black opponent, Mel is very aggressive. But whenever it's a opponent of another hue, like Canelo, unfortunately, he gets a bit softer and he lays down. Now, one thing I will give him credit for was him going in on Tim Tszyu, and also I think it was Brian. Oh, man, what is Brian's last name? It'll come to me. I should have probably looked at the box rec first before I came on here, but I can't do it now. But yeah, I think that he has energy for guys like that. But with Canelo, he really respected him too much, and Canelo hasn't really earned a right as a fighter to another fighter to try to gain or garner that much respect. Canelo actually picked you for a reason, Mel, and that reason made itself very apparent the night that you actually fought him. I didn't sense any hostility towards Canelo. I didn't sense any intensity as far as what he was planning on doing to Canelo. As a result, yes, he trained very well, but that training did not show itself in the way that it needed to. Now, he was able to withstand a whole lot of punches before actually. Well, I mean, he did. I think he went down early, but like he was able to withstand punches, obviously, because he survived the fight. But other than that, I mean, you don't get credit for being a punching bag in combat sports. It was just a really disappointing showing from Mel. And I knew to have Canelo winning that fight because Mel and Maul unfortunately respect Canelo too much. And they're not going to have the visceral energy that they would for most other fighters. So it was to be expected. But with this call out of Errol Spence Jr., yeah, okay. Both of y'all had a long layoff. Both of y'all have come off losses. I think Errol's is obviously more devastating than Jermell's. I'm sorry, Jermell's. But at the same time, both of these gentlemen, to be honest, need a tune-up fight or two before they get in the ring with each other. I don't think, marketing-wise, it's a wise idea to try to get in there and fight each other just off of a 2-year layoff, basically, for each of you. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get the public reacclimated. At least take one tune-up fight to get the public reacclimated and just make sure that your skill set and talent is still intact. And in that way, it can help enhance the fight. You don't necessarily have to do a whole bunch of build-up, like fight 2 or 3 opponents and then fight. I think all you need is one tune-up opponent, and if y'all have a good showing, if each of you have a good showing, the fight will sell itself, especially here in the Dallas area. So, we big on Dallas versus Houston in sports anyway. So I think that would be right up y'all's alley if y'all do this the right way. So I do actually support the fight on some level. I just need the fight to actually be presented correctly. And then each of these gentlemen actually take a tune-up fight. Y'all can do it on the same card. And then once y'all show that y'all are okay with as far as your performance with these tune-up fights, then yeah, y'all can go on and fight each other. I would honestly come out there and see it. So yeah, I definitely hope the fight actually goes through. I would love to see it. So speaking of other fights that I would love to see, of course, Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney have an ongoing saga with us, which involves some of our family members. So BFTV and Tay Jones, who are part of the LDBC family. Now, Tay is not in the LDBC directly. Okay, let me go ahead and do that disclaimer right here, right now. Tay Jones is not a part of the LDBC family directly. Okay, we got love for him, but he's not directly in the family. But we still consider him extended family because of who he actually is, principle-wise. Now, of course, I had the pleasure of meeting and talking to both of these gentlemen in person, and I am very glad to report that this dispute that they're actually having is now over. And shout outs to the Lieutenant Drew Titan for help making that happen. I love to see 3 grown men get together, work through an issue, get it resolved, and then move on to do more positive things. So again, I'm proud of these guys for being able to come together as men, get through the issue, resolve it. Sorry, I had to pause for the cause. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm happy that they were able to actually just work through the issue and then come to a positive resolution and be able, again, to move on in a positive fashion. So I think it's imperative that people actually do that in real life and not just perpetuate internet stuff. Now, what I will say to these outsiders that had to put in their 2 cents and talk about family business, nah. If you're not part of the family, if you're not associated with the family in any type of way, stay out of our business. For real. That really pisses me off. Like, you're not part of this family and you want people to pick sides and, you said this, or, they said that and you responded this way and all of that. Nah. We're a family. All right. The LDBC and extended family members are all a part of one group. Now, again, boxing may have brought us together, but our principles, like I said, are going to keep us intact. Now, you outside, and I'm not holding back no more. You outside motherfuckers, stay outside. I am so sick of you. I'm so sick of you random internet people getting on here talking about, oh, no, you need to pick a side and, you need to stand on business. Who are you to tell us that? Who are you to tell us that? If there's fighting in the family, that is left for the family to actually resolve, not you. Wanting to perpetuate stuff and keep shit going because I'm not holding back because you ain't shit in real life. Man, y'all better get the fuck on with that, man. Seriously. I'm sick of you internet people coming on here thinking that you can talk shit because you behind a keyboard or you on the phone or what the fuck ever, and ain't no real consequences. Shit. And yeah, I'm saying this in a goddamn truck with a Spider-Man seat in the back. So? Shit. I'm like, I'll pull a reverse Mexican OT. What you gonna do about it? Cause I'm in Texas, baby, and that's all that need to be said. Like, if you try to come over here starting shit, I'm a real person. I go through real things. Okay? There are real consequences when you try to come down here and harass real people. I will say that. That is not a threat. That is a defense statement. Let me make sure that I make myself clear on that. I am not threatening anyone, but I will defend my home and the people that I love at all costs. At all costs. Now, I'm sorry that I actually had to go there, but at the same time, I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing with y'all internet people, man. Y'all trying to get on here and divide my family and all of that, man. Man, fuck y'all. I'm not holding back. Fuck y'all. You trying to split my family up over some bullshit? Like, yeah, these gentlemen are fighting. Yes, they fathers are going back and forth. And yes, some of the stuff is out of hand. Some of the stuff is actually out of hand. But shit, you outsiders coming in, trying to put your 2 cents in and split us up and try to divide the family, man, fuck y'all. I mean that shit. If you don't like it, do something, hoe ass nigga. Shit. I'm sick of you little internet ass bitches coming on here trying to talk shit. And then in real life, you all like, well, yeah. Oh, no, man. It's just the internet, man. I'm trolling. I just like to keep shit going. Shit. I'm from an era where shit, you talk shit, you gotta be accountable for that shit. Like when somebody comes see your motherfucking ass, something gotta be done. Something gotta be done. Like it's not no, oh no, it's a misunderstanding and all that shit. No. By then it's too late. Shit, I'm from an era where motherfuckers come to your motherfucking house, knock on your door, and tell you to come outside. You gotta fight. Shit. You gotta get out there and fight. Ain't no let's talk about it and no shit like that. These motherfuckers came to your damn door trying to fight you. You better get out there and fight, or you get your ass whooped in the house for being a coward. Shit, I don't know about y'all, but my father ain't raised no damn coward. So for the last fucking time, and I gotta re-emphasize this, for the last fucking time, don't fuck with my family. Don't fuck with my family. Shit, I'm not finna end this show on a bad note, though. Okay? That's just not how I do things. I'm gonna try and transition and turn this into a more positive ending, all right? As you can tell, I'm very passionate about those that I care about. I am very passionate about my bloodline family and my extended family. I encourage you all who are just random internet trolls or people that talk about things that they really don't know about to politely shut the fuck up and not bother us, or there will be consequences. And I'll just leave it at that. So, okay, moving on to other shit, man. If anybody has like a fantasy football league that they're involved in, or looking forward to maybe some college matchups this coming weekend, because this is Labor Day weekend. It's gonna be Labor Day weekend, so if there's some college football matchups like Ohio versus Texas or anything like that you want to discuss, like in the comments, please feel free to do so. I do look forward to Ohio State playing Texas. I hope that Texas takes their revenge on Ohio State. Nope. And big bro, I'm sorry, okay? I'm a Texan through and through, all right? I just don't F with them Cowboys. Excuse me, I done already cussed a whole lot. I don't fuck with them Cowboys. But everybody else, as far as football in the state of Texas, I love. Shit, I got love for the Houston Texans, and I'm not even supposed to do that because I'm from Dallas. But, it is what it is, man. Football is back. I'm very excited about that. And also, Canelo Bud is going to be here before you know it. And I can't wait to actually do a 20 by 20 on that. I think that Bud is primed and ready. And the reason that these motherfuckers and hoe ass niggas is making excuses about snack and performance enhancing drugs on Bud is because they know Canelo is finna get embarrassed. And I am going to enjoy breaking down why. So, this has actually been a very passionate edition of It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Foxx. And until next time, y'all.